We shall see. I'll have to fix all the lights and everything. Lots to talk about in this game. That's why we're going live, so that we give people the option to join afterwards. Let's just reset this wave. I don't want my carriers to have to spend any extra time down here, right? And they don't want to get gummed up. All we want to do is create a slow push, right? So right now this wave is not quite enough. What I need to do is just tap it just a little bit more. It will stack. I just need to get a little bit of pressure off of this thing. Looks like I might be getting hunted. That'd be sweet, because Katarina would come and clean up. This is right here. So he's looking at Misfortune. Oh, we keep on getting these syncopated backs. People are not in rhythm. If we're to scope, to plan, what's going to happen is Katarina's going to overpush. She's going to die before other people have it, because we just keep on getting these backs off, and we need people to actually be willing to stick around long enough to make it happen. We could just penalize this Mordekaiser too. Just keep mid pushed and then go after him. One can hold this down. Oh, here we go. Alright, yeah, we absolutely have this. This is an all-in. This guy's too far. He must have ulted, right? Yeah, 100%. He's dead. Now we fix this wave and then we go for the push. No, this wave's good, so we're just gonna give it a little tap. I've got Crypt Bloom, which is a huge bonus. You guys shouldn't really be pushing up any further. That actually might have over pushed the wave. That might have been a mistake. In fact, it definitely was. Alright, let's see. This one, it's close. It's going to gum up on this side. Their next wave is coming up. It might need a little more, another tap. Don't fast push. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Nope. This is a waste. This is something that people do at all ELOs, even in pro play, and they don't understand. Right? Like, pushing that wave, we accomplished is we gave it to the enemies. There's nothing to be done there. I'm gonna try to hit wide junctures since we're at a little bit of a stalemate, and I just want like one sweeping ward that'll cover this whole area while we go over to the Baron. Alright, now fast pushing is okay, because now we're going to get a little bit more pressure this way. Question is, where do I want this control ward? When you're playing Zyra, always put out these sentry plants. Looks like we're going to get a pick on the brand here, which is fantastic. Almost. That was his smite, wasn't it? I think we do this. 100% we should do this. Oh, there we go. Of course, they come in right at that moment. That's what the Discord comes in. Ouch. It would be much nicer if Katarina were just playing with us, but this is an okay plan too. This is the second best option. First best option is definitely just win the fight and clean up from there. Right here, it's unclear what's actually going to happen. Got needs to use W in response to that. Oh, Orin, stop pinging. He's already running from something else, right? It's Katarina's job to get there. Could have tried to press for the end of the game, you know, force them to come back to her. Instead, looks like they're going to have front to the dragon now. We basically have no path to that. It's going to be tough. We got the cleanup on Mordekaiser, which is fantastic. We could actually go straight to Baron while they go Dragon. We do need to get this out, though. This is the threat right here. Like, these guys don't have a semblance, right? They're only thinking about what do I see now, and they're not thinking about what happened over the past 20 seconds, the past 25 seconds. That will tell you the story of where you need to be on the map. And for example, right there, everyone with the spam pinging, everything that's going on regarding that, they're just like thinking about that motion and they're staying in that time, and that's why it doesn't do you any good to spend any moments typing. All right, this wave's already great, so this is what we want. Wave is pushing out for us, so it's my job to start getting some vision. Am I dead? That would suck. A lot of damage. But they just used a lot on me. Nice. Staying aligned with the Ornn. I think we just clean this up now. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. This one comes down, by the way, to stop him from jumping. Also gives him something to maybe mistakenly click on. I think we just end, right? Yeah, this is dumb of me. Why am I doing this? This is a complete mistake. End is clearly right. Streamer diff. We've got 3v1 for 15 seconds. This is enough for an end. We just need Ornn to tank up the turrets. We've got double supers, so we have more than enough threat coming this way. It's also just a Jhin who can't clear super waves. Not ever. So as long as I don't die and I just get to do a little bit more harassing here. Nice. Alright, Mordekaiser's up. We just need to root him. I cannot stand all this pinging. My goodness, I would rather just be able to focus on executing. It's not all about just getting out. Maybe they were even right, but there's so many, right? Like, let the person think, give them the one information that they need, and then go from there. Alright, are we going to need more damage, or do we just need this? The stats on this are fantastic. Oh, never mind. Did they get rid of? They got rid of the stuff? Where's the extra AP, percent AP and AD? Did they change this? It's not in the patch notes. Do they just not do it? Just assume that that I'm missing something here. Because they're awful about patch notes, they're awful about editing items, they're so incomplete about it. We have to go fix this wave. This is the imminent threat right here. Nothing else matters. There's not even supers pushing in the bot lane, right? So there's not even a threat of that. There could be a chance that someone's rotating over here. I just want to nip this in the bud. Yeah, this guy does not understand. That's okay. Alright, so that gives us enough pressure where this is now turned around. This wave will turn around and it's moving slowly. And that's okay, right? That's exactly what we want from this situation. We want our waves to be pushing out slowly so that they build, they have time, and this is exactly right. Like, look at this. Perfect. It's on right in the middle point of the map with cannon and 3 casters surviving. Absolutely perfect. You really engaging this? I don't know about that. Alright, no one's fixing the bot wave, so I'm just going to go do it. I'm just going to tell them to chill for a second.
been slain. An ally has been slain.
Oh, that's probably game over. Right, like, because no one goes through and gets the prio here. Let's see if we can do something. Now, if I'm lucky, they're going to spaz over this dragon, and they're going to come to dragon instead. $10 on Elder. Do I keep this position? It's big damage. Worth, I guess. Oh, this wardstone. My goodness, does it really not do this? Watchful wardstone. Patch history. Patch. New stats. Old stats. Removed, yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, so it's not in the patch notes, and yet they feel like they can put it here. They can just change it. I love them. Okay, so now it's more generically useful, right? It's better for tanks in general. It's much worse for the mage supports that used to love taking it last. Guy needs to use his bellows breath to not get chain CC'd. We have Misfortune's ult that we can play around. We have E-Flash. That never had a chance. But Katarina's getting some action in. I'm getting penalized? Are you serious? It's 43 minutes into the game and you feel the need to penalize me? That's so ridiculous.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay. Pop, pop, pop. Chain CC. Get knocked up. Give me a handful of good men and I'll impregnate the bitch.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Not at no cost, but I mean that's absolutely not worth, right? And if you're a jungler, you don't ever do this, right? You come with your team, you push this bot inhib, you break the bot inhib, and then you move over and you slowly come to take Baron. What we see here is Fizz, right? Hello? Wait, what's going on? Alright, we want inhib? We want inhib. Wow. Uh-oh.
Ally has been slain.
It's 3v3, like, this is tough. Gonna have to carry more than my weight here. Luckily this came right at the right time, otherwise that would have been another problem for us. Oh, 2,800 gold. Vigilant Wardstone versus getting a huge AP item. I think we have to go huge AP item, not gonna lie. This will be enough to slow it down, but that's, you know, this is what we get. Katarina keeps on going to the bot lane. Like, there's nothing to be done here. Alright, we got our capstone item. Next move will be Cosmic Drive over the Sork Shoes, I think. And, yeah. We want this red buff. The team-wide red buff is big. But we have an engage, oh boy. Just seems so loose, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's his dash. Big damage. Nice. 4 dead. 2 for 1. We gotta take care of this. Not a fight you can take, Hecarim. Whatever you think you're doing right now, you're absolutely not taking this Elder, man. He can take jungle camps. The problem is he's already full everything, right? Like, it's just not actually doing that much for him. Imagine if he just came out and, like, helped us to get prio, and these lanes came back out with the misfortune. Increased our time to recovery. This guy, oh, he's going for a backdoor. Okay, alright, you know what? I didn't think of that. Props to him. Props to him. 17 seconds, it's only brand, so it's pretty easy to maneuver around the brand. Oh, you did not want to eat that. Neat. That guy needs to go back to base, right? Did they change the way Ornn works? He still needs to go back to base to get full value out of this, right? Alright, I think I just need to ward this and clear this top wave because no one else on my team knows about it. Fizz is typing to somebody. That's always good. What? Is that rapid fire? Yeah, okay. That's right. You like that timing, by the way? I missed. I didn't have my cooldown up. I was trying to press E when I didn't have it. That's such a problem. Wait. Okay, good end angle. 2v1. Horn just stays alive. Need to escape as best you can. You might still die to this burn from a brand. It's on the teep. Yeah, good job, Cat. Nice finish. Good call to end. This was set up by the push earlier. Man, there's a lot of things that we got to go over, but we'll see if anyone wants to do it. We'll throw out the invite, grab something to eat, and get a chance to do a fast 5. Misfortune was great. Fix these lights. Why is this thing so up high? It does not need to be there. Down here. So I'll be right back. Alright, let's get back at it. So there we go. There's a lot of damage. Definitely had to give up some amount of safety to do it. Most of my deaths, I think all my deaths were traded, so I'm very, very happy with that game in general. Obviously, a lot of things that we could have cleaned up. People had vastly different ideas of what to do in the end game. Would be fun to have some of the people here to talk and get their opinion, what they were trying to accomplish. But it looks like we have no takers, so that's okay. So I had to look up Sundered Sky, and this was something I missed the first time. 6 seconds per target. Second cooldown. And I imagine that Ingenious Hunter and Cosmic Insight should hit this. Right, so if I look over here, Cosmic Insight, Item Haste, 100%, that'll work. And over here, Ingenious Hunter, Item Haste. All items with cooldowns, right? So these ones are definitely going to be affected. And it's very interesting with this that you can bring this down. How far down can you bring it? 20 plus 6 per bounty hunter stack. So 50 item haste. Basically cutting it in half. And another 10 right here just default to help you with this flat 30. This is almost irrelevant in the scheme of things. You will get the summoner spell haste as well. But as far as like activating this item and doing cool things with it, Ingenious Hunter seems very interesting for Sundered Sky. And attack damage, ability haste, health. This is a reasonably sturdy item. Someone like I think every fighter maybe is just going to want it. Maybe this is just the ubiquitous spike that you get. It is 3100 for only 55 AD, so it's not the highest. It's not the highest damage conversion, but it makes sense because you're going for a huge heal over and over in the fights. So your preferred champions for this are people that are going to be dashing around the fights, moving around. Melee, I presume that this number changes based on being melee or ranged, but it doesn't say that. But you know, they just don't do these things at all, ever, as we just saw with 14.1 patch rundown. Watchful. Wardstone, not here. Vigilant, no. Wardstone, not here, right? So it's just not in the patch notes, but it did get changed. And that's the sort of thing that it's like, I don't get how it happens, because the only way that this happens is someone who's working on it is thinking quickly. They're tired, and at the end of the day, they're like, let me put it all down into notes, and they're just like, all right, which one did I get? All right, let me do this crop. Oh, I forgot this item that it builds off of. And it's like, it's got to be encyclopedic, and it's got to be every single item. Then you got to go into the game and say, is this in the patch notes? Okay, check, boom. And you got to look at every single thing. And frankly, I think it's completely unexcusable for a game that has a professional scene to have patch note failings. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hashtag StratChat. Do you think that's something that needs to be part of their repertoire? We don't have last pick, so we tend to want to get rid of Kassadin if they have 10th pick. There's too many matchups that Cass can be too much of a pain in the butt against, and even going for like Dorn's Blade, since they took away the Omnivamp and switched it to Lifesteal, it is so much worse than it used to be. It used to be okay as a harassing tool, and a lot of different champions could take it, like the Teemos of the world. You could take this and be pretty happy about it. And you poke, it gives you AD for laning phase where it's best, and you can hit harder. It just changes your adaptive force to AD, so every single auto attack is hitting for like 17 extra damage. And that adds up, right? That adds up faster than one spell maybe hitting, going for an extra 10 damage. And so you absolutely loved it. And then with Omnivamp, it was great. It was perfectly synergized, so that later in the game, as you built the rest of your stuff, you'd be happily converting into Vamp. Alright, Vex. So we very much do not want to have dashes. Maybe we just go here and control space against Ornn. We'd go like... We definitely want AP. Alright, we'll do some Anivia. There's other champions I was looking at. Maybe I should have considered other ones. Azir, Annie, Aurelion Sol. Probably not LeBlanc. Annie would have been pretty good here. Alright, we are not going Sundered Sky, so we don't need to worry about Ingenious Hunter, but let us worry about whether or not we're going Comet. Build up the stacks here. This will help us push, which I think is really, really important on this champion. Alright, so the elixir. The elixir. Level 3 helps us to push, helps us to get a reset. We can use our teleport quickly, then we can try to play 4 rotations for 10 minutes for the Void Grubs. We can use level 6. It's not really a power spike where I'm trying to like kill somebody, so that's something that's definitely room for improvement. There's champions I can use that much, much better. Maybe I should have gotten Poison. Maybe I should have gone Teemo, frankly. Teemo's fantastic against Vex in general, just no dashes. Has the move speed to be able to dodge everything. This is a Pike top. Is this real? Looks like it. Lee Sin lost his vision when he invoked the dragon spirit, a lesson in humility he has yet to fully master. But my body's telling me, yeah. It's actually even more perfect for him. You hit Q1 and you're just like, I know it's a bad idea. I know it's a bad idea, but I gotta do it. Q2, 1W, R flash, boom. Yes, I kicked one guy a little bit closer to my team. Worth. Very important to put hashtag worth after that. Alright, are we going to stack mana and are we going to go the damage over time builds? I don't know. They have an Ornn, they have Pike. Pike's going to be too mobile for me. Oh, I forgot to do the recall on base. Bring the teams of steam up. Now, most people go with E max for the damage burst, right? Because it's getting doubled. 143, right? A lot of extra damage when you do double it.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
What you get? Kindred gonna rap on this guy? That'd be so swell.
Minions have spawned.
I lost track of him. I don't know. He could be in this bush. Kindred could be dead right now. Cassiopeia. How do we want to do this? I think we want to help Kindred invade. I don't know where they're planning on going. It looks like they might be trying to trace up to top lane. So if I go for a 2-wave crash... Vex left. Fully left. Okay. Alright, we got our 3 minion lead. looks like he's actually going... she's going for a reverse clear. Which is fine. Uh-oh. That's bad news for Mr. Tryndamere here. And I'm dead.
First blood. Double kill.
Oh. He's good. He's got this. Get this trade. Trade's good enough.
Has been slain. Executed.
Alright, so pretty sloppy here. We're gonna get to deny the cannon, which is good. I should actually keep this minion a little bit longer if I can. It's enough to keep this thing. Bot lane shove and reset. Looks like that's what they did. So let's try to get tracks on Lee Sin. This probably could have been further out, probably up there. Actually, ooh, yeah, absolutely. Let's do this. Alright, so we lose a wave, and we lose a plate most likely for it. So for us, net neutral.
Killing spree. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
And we're almost 6. We'd like to fast push this. We've got the Void Mites. We are missing Vex. Alright, that's a really good situation for us. What do we want to survive this? Are we going defensive? We're going offensive. Maybe we just want to go boots so we can start dodging more stuff. We'll get the control ward to make sure we're not dead to stuff. We'll go from there. Might have been right to just grab this. Malignance is an interesting ability for this champion, right? Archangel Staff is the one that will naturally synergize with Rod of Ages, if that's the route we're going. Are we gonna spend Rod of Ages? I don't know. They did buff it. It got a lot cheaper. Could be a Lee Sin over here. This is very dangerous. Yeah, I'm dumb. This is heinously stupid. I went on this side thinking that I had seen Kindred on the right, but Kindred's on my left. Absolutely not. Not something you want to do. Those are the kinds of mistakes that we can just eliminate very easily. That's worded.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm glad that Kindred didn't tilt about the Raptors, right? A lot of people tilt in that spot and then they don't think about what the next right play is. But they were able to get themselves over to the invade, get themselves over to the Gromp spawn, right? Get her mark, and then go in there, trade kills. That's fine as long as Kindred's getting a mark, it's worth. But she needs to consolidate this quickly. She needs to get in or get out. Yeah, it's too late. Has to be decisive, right, if you're going to do that. Interesting.
An ally has been slain.
We should bring Cassiopeia over for this. I can keep this wave pushed. What? Really? We already have 3 Void Mites. We really, really, really want the 5th ones.
An ally has been slain.
Guys know that I'm out of mana.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Gonna tank for this guy, but that's all I can offer, really. Easton's coming in, I'm just dead. We got the 5, I'm happy. Sucks that we have the casualty, but it is what it is. Uh-oh, he's going for an invade. Kindred's inting for marks. Here we go. We gotta let the team know. Cass and Kai'Sa do have prio, so we could actually come over here and try to take this fight. Should have. Do we take this fight? Do we dive this? Trying to draw aggro.
Has destroyed a turret. Enemy double kill. Killing spree.
Nice.
Double kill.
Just gonna support her right here. Press this recall, she can get this push on.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Oh god, I'm stumbling all over the place, but it's fun. Now this was a mistake. I don't know why I finished Seraphs. You're not supposed to finish Seraphs here. You build the tier and then you build into the rod. This will mean that I will have a better level spike in 10 minutes after I finish this, but I'm probably not going to finish it until about 21 minutes into the game. So we're talking about 31 minutes before we go off. And a lot of games are decided in that 20 to 30 window. So I might just not do it. How you doing, Ben? Yeah, that's right. Sit down. You like that? You like that. Oh, there we go. Rod of Ages, undefeated. Happy Friday, man.
Victory.
Ugh. Woo. That game escalated quickly. Just by going to help the Kindred out, right? You make a decisive team play, move 4 people over, where you've got prio in mid, prio and bot. Kindred, I don't think, based on their earlier actions, had much idea about what was going on with that, but maybe they did. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's something that you want to look for, right? So it's actually worth going over, so we're going to do a 5-minute review on this. So yeah, it's definitely something that is worth reviewing. The idea of priority, it was shown, the game blew up just in this case. So this is going to be a perfect little nutshell, microscope look at what it means to have prio. Obviously, there's other factors going into everything that goes on with this fight right here, but this is the map state, all right? And this is what we want to take note of, what's going on. We're going to do it from Blue's point of view. After Herald, is it after Herald that we're looking? It's got to be, right? Oh, you know what? I probably don't even have access to the whole review yet. It's right here. There we go. Okay. So as we're looking at it, we're setting the scene right now. Pyke is pushing up top. We know that they are using their lead. All right, they are expending their tempo to come here. Now, we could talk about things that Tryndamere could do, but because they used their lead up on this side, that means that we do get to rotate over to the bot side and have a little bit more momentum if we want. Now, here we go. We get this wave cleared. We're clearing out. All right, nothing being done. They don't have prio. They don't have a wave here, so that they can't use the wave to see us. Now, also in the bot wave, we've got this lead building. These two things together mean that it's okay to support the Kindred and okay for the Kindred to do it. Now, I think Kindred's just kind of blindly going after this mark because it's something to do. They see the mark and they want to do this. They've already died for 2 marks before. So this is the sort of thing that you want to be careful of in your fights. You don't want to go for this unless you know you can get it. But now, because we've rotated first, we're going to be in an okay spot. On top of that, Cassiopeia and Kai'Sa have already gotten their wave in, so they're going to come support this fight as well. The dangerous thing, at no point have we seen the bot lane yet, right? We've heard the Ornn ultimate, and that's really the end of their resource. But look how this play continues and what it means for like what's going on the map. This area, because we're here first, because we moved in, because we were able to clear these ways and push up, we get further in, we get to see more vision than they do, which means that we get to see more of these rotations. It's only now that they're getting their first 2 wards in this area and we get to corral 2 of these champions in. Now ideally we'd already have this wave crashing in, so we'd come and dive these guys 4v2. So that's what I go to do. I probably should have just used my R and not my Q. It means that we're kind of stuck dealing with a little bit of an outplay situation, and we have to win this up front. And we do end up getting the Jhin first, and that has to do with all the extra damage that we dealt at the beginning here. Now, even with this trade, right, what do you do next? Pause the video. Hashtag StratChat. What do you think is the next right play for blue team? How do we take the maximum advantage from this? We have ourselves a gold lead. It's pretty close. We may not actually know it yet, but we have this huge plate lead in bot. I believe it's 5-0, yeah, or so 4-0. We also have this top lane that's already been pushed in by Tryndamere because Pyke doesn't have wave clear and it's kind of a grief pick in top lane. What do you do next? All right, you rotate out. You've got this area right here, 5 head. Wait 1 minute and 3 seconds, then call an FFO. I mean, you know, easy play. Still have these resources. Kai'Sa's able to get 2 more. When you're coming to consolidate, it's very important to move quickly. This needs to be your target. You want to get this down, and you want to get the rest of the team mid and fight for Herald, and then start going from here. Because they, like, in a game, they may not know that they're down by this much, right? If we look at scoreboard, for example, yes, we have a CS lead everywhere, and we have the plate leads. Like, it's clearly a lead, but the scoreboard wasn't showing as much. And if we don't make decisive motions, then there's a lot left on the table, potentially. Now, this right here from Cassiopeia, this is a mistake. Right now, we're using up that tempo lead that we had, where we should be using it to come over, consolidate on this side of the map. We should be bringing everyone over here, ignore the Jhin, who's completely useless right now, and go for this. Maybe it wasn't as good of a scene as I wanted it to be. But it was bot lane prior that swung that fight in the river in the first place, right? Just coming in here. All it took was 1 lane to do it. And the difference between Kindred inting for a mark and Kindred winning the game with a mark is the team being able to rotate over. Nice job barely staying alive here. Hey, what's up, Ornn? I hear you like. It's your big sister, Anivia. GG. Now this could have been bad because Cass was not here, but Jhin was also not here, so we're talking pretty even. This is what it means. We get here first. We have more gold. We get to this area faster. Enemy team does not have the right to contest this. So if we go back right here and we're coming back out of base, we have no vision on this entire area of the map, right? This is 3/8 of the map is completely shrouded, and it's the 3/8 that you need to have info on. So Lee Sin stepping up, the only thing that they have going for him is that they have a modest push going in the mid wave. Now they see Cassiopeia here. That's 2 things going for them. Pyke would like to get this wave pushing before he actually goes. The fact that he's rotating now means that this is going to get a little gummed up. He's going to use a lot of resources. But this just means that they're going in blind. They don't actually know what's going to be here at this fight. And even though they get the upfront on Kindred, it's still a Tryndamere with an ult. It's still Kindred with an ult. We get to keep these guys alive forever. There's really nothing going on for them. Did Pyke actually stop to take the Herald? Okay. Yeah, Pyke. Pyke doesn't have ultimate. Oh my gosh. Everything's wrong about red team right here. Just literally everything. We actually almost fumbled this. Kai'Sa coming over here. Cassiopeia going down bot. Not as good of a sample as I wanted it to be. But that Kindred play, you gotta be careful. If you go for that mark and your team's not pushing as much as it is and you're not calling them in to help, like he just dies 2v1, maybe even 4v1 because bot lane's coming back into lane. There's some move sequence that's supposed to be good for me here. I'll just shoot this guy. There's like a wacky checkmate that I can do here. Can't be there because he just takes. This feels wrong. Thinking of attacking this. Threatens here. He can go for this. If we do, he's going to be stuck running for a while. Alright, so we do this, and then he brings the pawn, and we just bring it back? I don't know. How does he ever unlock this? Think you saw in trouble. This is protected. We got this pinned. This needs to stay here. We also have the opportunity to bring these around if we ever get rid of that, but that's probably not going to happen. We're probably looking at eyeing this pawn. He wants to take this. All right, now we're like, he gave me tempo moving multiple pieces into his king's face. Let's do this. Let's force him down. There might actually be a play where we actually just take this right away. I'm not sure that I like this, actually.
Okay, see if I care.
Now I've pinned this thing in here. This is not a better spot for my rook. But I might be able to do something like this. I don't know. This happens in these games. Maybe I should have just been here. Oh yeah, then I would have protected it this way. Oh, what's happened? Gotta come here first. We just resign this. Oh, I'm sure we had to win here. Hey And good old Teemo. Teemo crushes Renekton. Absolutely annihilates him. Lilia should be fast enough to move around with Shyvana. Vex is a counter for Katarina, but I'm not familiar with this matchup very much. I should have just gone like a bruiser. We didn't need the magic damage.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
He ignite him too. That sucks.
First blood. An enemy has been slain. Minions have spawned.
GG. Worth missing a minion? If I miss 3, not worth it. Maybe, actually. Because they're going to miss the same amount, right? It cost me a little bit to do this. And we're here in time. Didn't even spill my drink, boys. Except then I get ganked nonstop. That was a mistake hedging to the right again. Wasn't positive about where the jungler was starting. Should have been tracking more. Same mistake I made in the last game. Gotta go this way, gotta go this way, gotta go this way. Got it. Guy's bleeding. Not enough.
Ally has been slain.
Wait, what are they doing? Guy's got no flash. You like that? You like that? I wish I knew my limits a little bit better, because maybe I didn't need to flash, right? Or maybe I could have just literally stood there and fought them. Especially with the dashes, how they're going to work. I did get the interrupt on the Renekton dash, which felt really good. Here we go. Team needs to help. We need to rotate over. We've got 4v2. We should be good. 4v3, I mean. Oh no, they were low. Shit. Wait, what? What was that? No, we're all good? Alright, we're all good.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I'm sure I missed something there. Uh-oh.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Should not be happening, mister. Wait, that miss? Rip. Might have just been out of range. Oh no. Lunchtime. Enjoy, man.
An ally has been slain. Shut down. Double kill.
Nice. Be a kill here. Worth. Malignance, 20 ultimate haste, damaging a champion with your burns them for 65 magic damage. So what they don't show is that this actually depends on what the source of the damage is underneath them. So we're just gonna go here. Based on how big the damage is, it depends how big the tick will be, right? So it's at least that, but it's actually a much higher number, depending on what the source of the damage is. So Teemo, which I thought was doing an insane amount, because it's constantly ticking, it's reapplying, and you're getting multiple bursts, and like that's always going to affect, but it is taking the minimum amount over and over. Alright, we look bot again. Let Vayne get the proc. Something you always want to do. Don't greed for it. Let the carry get it. It's their job to get big. Now that said, if I were paying attention, more familiar with the item set, and I'm realizing that I can get like that much closer to my item and splitting up the gold so you can get a threshold, that is the time that you do it.
An ally has been slain.
You know what, that's actually probably supposed to be a 1-point wonder, isn't it? This Q scales up way too well. I don't know about this.
Double kill. Ace. An enemy has been slain. Your team has
I'm not doing much, I'm just keeping things simple. That's a Renekton. That works.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
No. I couldn't get my W off because of the blitz. Oh my god, well played, Blitz. Nice job, man. I don't know that he was even targeting me. I don't think he was doing in response to me showing up. I think he was just casting it, and I just happened to get there right in the nick of time to get that mini silence, not be able to cast this. Whoops. Alright, let's get the item. The item. Gonna have to deal with this guy. Ooh, very nice. Experimental hex plate. I like that. Now, I don't have teleport, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with my macro. I'd like to be matching up against the Katarina. I think Teemo's got enough of a good matchup here with the blind that he should be okay. We do want Vayne against Renekton whenever possible. Vayne against Lilia is also fine. Vayne not so great against Samira. Can kite the distance, can stay away, but have to be careful about the counter from the windshield, whatever you call it. We clear the wave, we rotate over to this. No. We go to this. We have Prio. They have 2 people bot. We've got more people in presence for this. Teemo, as long as he doesn't die to a cat. We had Prio. We should have been okay. This is what we get for taking a red buff. Honestly, like, it's a small thing and you feel like they're disconnected. But they're so obviously intertwined. How come I don't have the empowered recall? There it is. I don't know if that guy's flash did anything. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Very nice. There's the hex plate. Get away, get away, get away, get away.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Maybe they actually had something there.
Has been slain. Rampage.
You know, stop dying to this guy, please.
An enemy has been
A trade. Perfect. With Samira up in the top lane, that's perfect for us. Okay. Alright, they had a different idea. Maybe this idea was fine. Push and take advantage. I wanted to turn it into immediate Baron pressure and keep the Herald for that. Maybe we didn't have enough time for it.
has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
But yeah, this right here, completely unacceptable. And by me. And by me. Getting too distracted by nonsense. Alright, so this guy flashed.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Big chunk. Nope, not gonna be enough. Not even close. Not even close. I just need to help these guys. When they start doing the thing, I need to guide them with the pings. It's my mistake. I can give them the information. They don't have it. I need to give it to them. Push into those areas, please. Like, why couldn't we just turn around and go on the guy that was teleporting?
Ally has been slain.
I got my E off. Game says I didn't, but I did. Maybe I didn't. Could happen. Macro is a matter of seconds. They're going to be going for the dragon spawn. We need to make sure that we're done with this, and then we don't absolutely do not go over for that. But that is the way that they're setting up. One ward over there.
Has destroyed a turret. Has destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. Enemy rampage.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he he wants the same items I've got. Oh my gosh, he's just bigger than I am. Look at this guy.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
What a guy. God, Storm Surge is an item. Good, we all got it. I don't know if it actually will give it to us when we're dead. If we respawn, if you get a buff while you're dead, you're supposed to respawn with it, but I don't know if that actually happens. It definitely doesn't do it with the Baron buff, but it happens with, like, buffs that happen in lane trades. Now we give these resources to Vayne and BD. Oh no, I got it. Vayne, okay, fine. Alright, she's already there. We're gonna just let her do this thing. This is how she understands the game. We're just gonna stand here and wait for the team to make a proactive play somewhere. We've got Galio in the mid, so we could make plays to either side. Looks like Teemo's getting engaged on by the Samira. Could be a win for him with the blind. Alright, I've got enough for my item. Uh-oh. Samira is still dead. Should start taking control of enemy quadrants, right? We don't just want to go to the safety of our own side. We have a lead. We absolutely want to be pressing this lead onto their side of the map. Looks like waves are getting ready to push, so I'm okay to start stepping up here. No, come on guys, don't back out. Please don't back out. Perfect bait, but I still could have executed that better to not even die. Oh, that's an end.
Shut down.
Do we have a flash engage? No, we don't have anything. My flash is it. Four respawns, get out. Alright, let's see if we can avoid the silly death here, especially this Renekton. Man, I'm digging this build. We do have inside track, and we have super, so if we get top lane pushing, then we're beautiful for this. There's really no great play for them. Four dead, Renekton's the only one up. This is push to end. All you need to do is survive against this guy. Don't die. There you go, that's it. End. Teemo's actually got a decent idea. Bringing in a second wave is just as fast as rotating over here, so he's going to be able to take this out. This is actually really good. Sometimes this will matter, right? Whether or not, if there's like 8 seconds less on these respawns, this play will matter because you're bringing in an extra wave. It does slow down the main wave. You just want to make sure that all you're focusing on is this. He should already be hitting turrets. Let the minion wave come in. Boom, there you go. Now they go, and like I said, right, if there's 5 seconds left, 8 seconds less on these respawns, then that might have mattered with 4 people coming to respawn, and it would matter for being able to finish quickly. Neat little end. Interesting. 4 conk players on their team. Everybody wants to carry. I mean, this guy played out of his mind. Got a lead against Teemo too, which is very, very difficult. Kind of want to take a peek at this lane. New items. What does it do to these matchups? Renekton's one of the champions that got hit the hardest with the Dorn's Blade changes, because he's not getting nearly as much out of the spell vamp, right? The Omni Vamp that he got from his ultimate being on, from the Q, all that damage. We'll see. We'll take a peek at this lane and see what we get going. Alright, so if you're the Teemo, it's definitely your prerogative to get the push. You want to set up. He's doing exactly the right thing. Just a couple taps on a couple minions. You should be hitting Renekton every single time you get a chance here. Right, this is too much prio on just waves. You want to go tap, tap, tap. Because by tapping, the moment you hit the Renekton, all these minions will be like, hey, let me come to you. Your minions will be like, hey, you're aggroed on my champion, and they will focus fire. So that creates a faster push than just by hitting it itself. Oh, did I ban this guy's Riven? Hopefully. Like right here, he's got a lot of prio on getting the CS, but he hasn't turned it into anything meaningful as far as a lead on the Renekton. Now Renekton comes up, gets a powerful Q off, does it before the Fury, which is really important. Means that he's going to have the Fury available for the next iteration if he wants it. Now, interesting thing about Renekton, second wind, much better for the lane, bone plating much better for the rest of the game. This is a big mistake here. He shouldn't be taking all this extra damage. Good punish by Teemo. Imagine if he had been tapping that guy though, right? The whole time. I mean, Renekton took a lot of extra damage. What is this? All right, no, you have to leave. Just leave and teleport. Leave, teleport, and accept the fact that the other guy has already used a potion and ignite and is still missing a quarter of his HP. Come back full health and then just go from there. You can also just buy the 250 item, right? You can just pick up a glowing moat. This is what ends up happening. So this is worst case scenario as a Renekton. Staying this long in this kind of situation. You've got Longsword. You didn't even go for Doran Shield, so you really can't sustain any of this damage. Very much he's playing to like skip the laning phase or say, hey, I just want to trade my HP for a push the way that Sylas likes to do. That's a little bit of a mistake from the Teemo. You don't want to use your blind right there with bone plating up. You want to go for the tick first. Try to get the bone plating down with your poison ticks. And then you can go for the bigger damage on the Q. Although Q has a slightly longer range. Alright, level 4 versus 2. Could come in and tap this guy. Ends up using the prio for this. Okay, casting your W. This is a big mistake from the Teemo. There's no way around it. This is about the time the enemy jungler should be done with their full clear. We have lost track of Katarina, and although we know that Renekton's not a threat right here, we see him under the turret, he is proximal. He is able to join this fight, and you certainly don't want to use your W here. If you do a wave sooner, right, if you're talking about a 3-wave crash, then you can come over and get this ward. But once you're talking about the 330 wave, it's too late. What do we got? 230 is the 3-minute wave, and then it crashes at around 3. You try to get it to rebound, and that's what you would end up getting for this push. Now you're kind of corralled here, and you're a little bit stuck. And now definitely showing is very bizarre. And now, yeah, you're going for this contest, but again, Vex is back. You've got no prio in mid. Renekton, despite being low, is still going to be a contributor in this fight. And I do think that we end up no, we don't get anything. This is where they lost track of Katarina, and they immediately need to move to the left here. You push them out. You have to push through them. The moment you go back towards Katarina, you invite them both back in, because now they can corral you from safety, and they can just wait for Katarina to initiate the fight. Lily is actually taking way too much damage to start this. Shyvana losing composure a little bit. Teemo gets a little bit tilted by that. Got no flash still, right? Okay, I just want to see what ended up happening there. A couple mistakes from both of them. Renekton with the huge mistake to not just recall, and then Teemo and Shyvana. Teemo spending all that priority to go in here, like this is just suicidal. And then within the fight, they need to have the composure to look up and realize that they just need to step through the pressure. You move up, chase them this way, and then you step out, having chased them out, right? Killing the cat with autos felt good. Spells being down. That was fun. Oh. We punted some of those fights big time. Alright, which other champions can use this? Is it just time for a nice chill Teemo game? Maybe we want to do a Sundered Sky. So Sundered Sky, you're flying around the fight. You're gaining health. Multiple different chunks. If you get Infinity Edge, it's going to crit even harder. If you're... Does that mean we want like a Yone to grab it? It would give him some amount of sustain. It'd be like a Divine Sunderer. A little bit better though. You can just proc it on everybody, right? So... Is it like Kled with Titanic Hydra? There is crit value, right? Navori? What does Navori do on Kled now? Your attacks reduce your non-ultimate ability cooldowns by 15% of the remaining cooldown. Your attacks reduce your non-ultimate abilities by 12%. All right, so it's gone to 12% as a change, and they moved it here. Nothing on Spear of Shojin anymore. Spear's the one that changed even more drastically. So if I'm hitting with Navori Quick Blades, that's going to cool down my W, my violent tendencies, and this already has attack. It doesn't have attack speed, which kind of stinks. We do have ability haste, which is nice. Your non-ultimate. Is it just Spear? Okay. This was insane, by the way, on Ezreal. Absolutely nuts. Spell hits grant stacks. Your spells deal 3% increased damage. This is something that I want for Yorick. Always with Yorick. Maybe even with Nasus. Nasus deals so much of his damage from hitting with Q. But also just having 35 haste on your Q is pretty nice for a first item. 55 isn't enough to keep you alive. Maybe Nasus just wants the Sundered Sky. All right, so Kled, every attack is going to reduce these cooldowns. So you do this, and then you go Infinity Edge. That'd be, I mean, that's insanely high damage. You're gonna be so squishy. I think you're just better off going with the lethality items that are so strong. Speaking of which, let's have ourselves a fun game. Play a little hubris. Should probably do this. Ooh, or he has that. Hello. Oh, going that way, I would lose my queen. Holy shit. Okay, things got a little bit weird here. All right, we've got this. This bishop's cutting through. These pawns are really awkward together, but they're actually controlling a lot of space here. I just want to chase this guy out, probably. This is good for me. It lets me artificially castle as well. Or not, because I fumble the exact same way. If I go this way, he's going to get in front of me. Oh my gosh, I'm just stuck here. This is going to be so bad. Not only that, but it also got his rook away, right? Otherwise, he had to move this to protect the rook and then trade. And if it came over here, he was just going to end up fighting it anyways. So it's a really bizarre spot for me. Let's divide his team up, see if we can get anything from this. Things feel very bizarre. I feel like I'm losing by a lot here. We need to get our rook into the game, otherwise we're just boned. He's got this attack if he wants it. The question is he's deciding which piece to take it with. No, he didn't take it. Okay, fantastic. Alright, how can I ever come back in this game? Oh, that might bury me. I'm down a full rook after this. Alright, can I swindle a win? That is my only recourse right now. can't get to this square. Yeah. Ugly, ugly, ugly. So let's see, if we go Hubris, the Hubris won't be affected by this. Hopefully, I mean, we can actually test it and see if anything comes out of it. I'll swap with this ward. Make it look like it's a top lane ward. I mean, it is, but... Now they'll think it's Kled, they'll pick for Kled matchups, and now they'll be able to get more, is what I mean. We have to turn on game sounds, huh? Voice volume all the way up for Mr. Kled here. Let's go, let's get some epic music in the game too. Have some fun with it. Tenacity seems pretty good here. Stun, slow, stun, 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 slow, knock up, slow. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. The knockup's obviously not going to be hit. We're going to try Ingenious Hunter with whatchamacallit. Oh no, we want to try it with this, don't we? Actually, so yo, let's go. Let's hear me out. Let's go with Hail of Blades. We're going to go dash. We're going to go Ingenious Hunter. This gives us access to both, and it gives us this awesome item where we can try to get these pushes. Let's see, is there going to be a Titanic? There's so many items to build, my goodness. The Hexplate makes a ton of sense, right? You're ulting, you want to come out of it with extra stats, so that's obviously great. Sundered Sky, because you're flying around the fight and you're hitting everyone. Cyclo Sword, because you're dashing, so you're hitting people. Basically, one double cast of E is enough to recharge it and get another slow off of somebody, which should be an auto hit on the Q. That way we have R into Q, and then we have EE into Q as well. Or E auto, E auto. What else do we have?
It's my property! All 60 gazillion acres of it!
I love this champion. And we have to buy Hubris. Like, jeez, we got so much on our plate this game.
You do come up with the best ideas.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Got him. No, it's when I don't drink mushroom juice that I have a problem. What? No, Scar! No! Bad Scar!
I think Brandon was going over and trying to hit them from this side at the same time. That sucks. No big deal though.
The brain weasel!
Potion and flash down. We're up against it. Time to focus. Rock and roll.
You can't be lonely when the land is this beautiful.
Step up!
What are you whining about? I already already fed you half a platoon. Ah! Yeah! Don't get weird on me! Ah! Ah!
Ha!
Damn trespassers! Oh, you ain't leaving, are you?
Ha!
Yeah! I will murder your whole family! Yeah! Ah!
Check this out.
Yeah! Calm down, you damn Fergus sniffer! I got your welcoming present right here! Yeah!
An ally has been
Get
slain.
the present!
Huh! Huh!
You think I don't hear you laughing?
An ally has been slain.
Stone! You're missing the fun! Stone! Stone! Get blood! There, blood! Boy, am I glad to see you! Get him! Woo! No! Planning and strategy, but that's city folk stuff. Whoa! Whoa! Don't get excited now! My land begins where I walk.
Eyes on me.
It ends where the sun don't shine. Ah! Ain't much I love. Only this big sky and this dumb lizard. Wah! Woo! Whoop! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Huh!
Noxus ends where I say it ends.
Has been slain.
Quit your worrying! Total paranoia is just total awareness!
Yeah!
We find them, tie them up, then there's like a piñata full of meat. Calm down, girl! Ah! Ah! Were you just talking? Or is it the voices again?
JK, I'm going here.
Huh!
An enemy has been
guys are gonna 2v3. Oh my god, it's the real blank.
Double Admiral Artillery Vanguard Company. You will respect my authority.
Just a cannon.
Remember when we sacked Travail and that general thought we'd be willing to share the spoils? Yeah, officer. Let's get him!
Death is but
This
a
is...
dream.
Dirt Robin, what are you doing?
My arrows? I think not.
I tried to exhaust that guy 4 times. I pressed my F key. None of them hit. I don't know why. Awkward.
A man without a weapon ain't worth listening to.
Also, it locked me out of using the potion. That was a mistake. I was hoping that I could use that. It's good to know about. Can't use the potion while you're there, so I wanted to turn on my adaptive force. As I was arriving, it was an extra button press. It slowed me down. Those things add up.
They came looking for a fight? Let's oblige them.
An enemy has been slain.
Ah! My brain is on fire, my soul is strong, and my lizard is hungry! Carl! I got this! Traitor! No one tells me what to do. Even if I lose, I win. Just means I get to come back and kill you later.
Get wrecked.
Yes, a sane man would run, but I ain't the running kind.
Yeah.
Axe! Where you been? Huh? Ah! 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 I'm from all over. It's next to nowhere and shut the hell up. Yep, yep.
It's actually interesting because it completely changes the way that I was looking at the game with teleport plays for bot lane. And yes, bot lane is more susceptible for sure, but it's also like now there's something spawning at 5 and 10 minutes, which used to be that rotation timer down to the bot lane, and now there's something else to do, right? The jungler just very clearly doesn't want to do anything like that.
Nabbit, you're gonna get us killed! Killing a few things might loosen us up. We was having a nice conversation, then they showed up uninvited.
Ha!
Don't get your britches all rumpled.
Really?
How about a long axe in your guts? You think you can run? No, stop! No! Bad stop! Now we got him!
We just dive this guy? I feel like we just dive this
Will
guy.
you
Oh,
stop
that's gonna
bitching
hit.
for 1 minute? Calm down, you damn Fergus sniffer! Whoops! Looks like I accidentally stabbed you with my long axe. I tell you we're dead! Hey, bitch, where you going? We gotta run
This guy out.
Dagnabbit, I love this lizard. Get him, Scarl! Of course I'm paranoid. You tried to kill me yesterday. Whoa, whoa, don't get excited now.
Double kill.
He's a ganking machine.
They just confirming our suspicions, ain't they?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't get weird on me! Get him! Shh. It's time to get violent. Weird.
Yeah, like that's never gonna have time to get to work. Best answer is to just put some more pressure on them.
Shut down.
No more of that! You're upsetting the invisible badgers! Yeah!
Rampage. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Right, they use all those cooldowns trying to kill Mord. In a 3v2, bot lane's completely useless, and they're over back in the bot lane anyways. So there's really nothing going for them, so we can just create this.
Shut down.
Let's get some new property.
Your team has
Easy, girl! Easy!
An enemy has been slain.
I am deep-fried courage and an apple pie of angry!
Turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I know. Whoa, Scar! Whoa!
Fresh it!
This land was made for
Okay.
me, and me alone.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah! Whoa! Whoop! Yeah! I do not want my lands tamed. I want them unruly and free. Carl! I got this! Mushrooms are healthy, once you get used to the madness and paranoia.
An enemy has been slain.
No, no! The other way! Get back here!
That's right.
Heads up!
Skull! Skull! The Badger's commanded!
Alright, Sundered Skies next, and that'll have to be the end of it, right? It's just so many items that you want to build, which is good. Like, I want there to be different items to build. But Spear of Shojin used to be the completely busted one on Kled, because you could reset all the autos, you can make everything. So now the only way to do that is with Navori Quick Blades. That feels kind of awkward.
Yep, yep! Don't you run off on me! Scarl! Damn it! You liver flea bucket!
Get wrecked!
Couldn't get my remount, that's too bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My man was too busy riding the scuttle grab. That's too bad. Got stats too, like this would have been a pretty clean fight, I think. Oh, we didn't activate this either. Could have easily done this to wipe out that kill. Oh my god, this is so much damage too. 354, it's like having a whole nother spell, right? Like, jeez.
All we need is open country. But we gonna take everything they got.
Normally you want to do E first into W, or EQ into W, so you get the proc, right? You want to get that extra amplified damage from being ablaze.
Because I know someone is trying to sneak up on us. Dagnabbit, you're gonna get a kill!
It's so much damage, like that's unreal.
Go on, get! I never needed you no how! Skull! Skull!
Oh, that was fun. Lee Sin was a very, very good player. Oh. And they could just be a Norms player. But they looked very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable on the movements. Alright, that's going to be it for today, I think. Unless someone wants to see something. Maybe we'll jump into a Teamfight Tactics game, but I'm going to jump off stream. Thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate it. Catch you next time. Peace.